What's up, fam? If you're watching this, chances are you're probably getting ready to go to college, thinking about it, or you just want to get a feel before you step foot on campus. Either way, this video is for you. Nobody ever really broke it down for me. Like, especially coming from a black household in the South, you got three options. That's either you get a job, a job, go to the military, or you go to college. And I don't know about y'all, but I wasn't gonna be sitting around the house all day. But nobody really told me what college meant, you know? Nobody said it was more than just books. I didn't know it was actually about identity, purpose, pressure, money, and even freedom. Therefore, this isn't just a video. It's a letter to my younger self and a survival guide for you. Starting off, yes, I am a first-gen college student. That means that nobody in your immediate family went to college before you. Therefore, you can only imagine when I got to campus, it was hard for me. You know, I didn't have no blueprint, no cousins to call. It was just me. Everything felt new. And let me keep it a buck. I was scared, but I was glad to be away from home. If you know, you know. Meanwhile, I had classmates who had parents who had already walked this path before. So they already knew how to maneuver the yard, you know, what professions to watch out for, and even how to get internships. Me, on the other hand, I was still trying to figure out what FAFSA stood for. And let me be real with you. So many of us feel like college is the only way out. Not because we're passionate about it, but because we didn't want to stay stuck in our environment or where we were. Or worse, end up in the streets, in the military, or at a job we don't like. So if nobody told you, I got you. Let me give you the game I wish I had. Here are 10 things I wish I knew before going to college. And if you stay to the end, I'll give you a head start on what to do next. Number 1, college is a system, not a savior. College does not save you. It's not the automatic, success button they made it seem like when you were growing up. It's a system, nevertheless. And if you know anything about systems, you know that they have to be navigated, not just attended. This is not high school. So you got to learn how to work it. And if you don't, trust me, it'll work you. Number 2, unlearn that smart means successful. What do you mean? That's what they told me. I've been smart my whole life. I know that's what they told you, but trust me, if you listen to me now, you'll thank me later. I graduated with a 3.8 in high school. I was set. I just knew it was going to be a breeze. And then, psych! I thought wrong. You see, in college, being smart doesn't always equivalent to being successful, right? Success is about adaptability, not just your GPA. Therefore, you can ace every test, every exam, and still when you graduate, you will be unemployed. I know it's tough, but trust me, you have to be on your bully, not just academically, but professionally. Number 3, nobody cares unless you care. Your professors will not chase you. You don't believe me? Ask me how I failed a class because I missed the whole exam. Yeah, the whole exam. True story. And to top that off, that wasn't even the only class I failed. So it's like failure becomes your guide into accountability. If you learn from your mistakes, you'll grow. But if you don't learn from your mistakes, you'll have to face them again. Understand that your advisor might not even know your name. And if you don't care to show up, ask questions, or speak up for yourself, nobody, and I mean nobody, will do it for you. Coming up from number 4, money moves matter more than your major. Here's where everybody talks about picking the right major. But here's the truth. Your money moves matter more. What do you mean by that? I'm glad you asked. So here's where you start to hear a lot more conversations talking about credit, budgeting, side hustles, and scholarships, right? You gotta understand that a major without a money mindset is just a long receipt, right? It's them charging you for a bill on you going and getting this education, but you had no vision within it, so it was pointless.
Message!
Therefore, this is the time when you start capitalizing on monetary and financial values. So when you do graduate and go get that new car, they won't charge you an APR rate so high, you'll be paying it off until you retire. I'm exaggerating only a little bit. Number 5, your environment over your intentions. You can have the greatest intentions in the world, but if your circle is lazy, distracted, and lost at many times, you'll find yourself drifting, and that's never good. You know that saying, it's like you hang around 5 dummies, you become the 6th? Yeah, I know it might sound cliche, but it's the truth. Because as they say, what you see frequently becomes your frequency. So you need to find people who hold you accountable, and not just people who know how to turn up with you. I've seen best friends become strangers, and strangers become best friends. As a result, some people, really honed in on their mental strength, and they were able to go out and get internships and opportunities, and others, they went right back to square one, home. Number 6, freedom feels foreign at first. Coming from a strict household or one where you didn't really do much, that freedom can hit like a wave. You start to think to yourself, I'm free, I can do whatever I want. And you'll be tempted to do everything that you couldn't do before and more. Think of it like one big high school with no adults around. Pretty much. Therefore, what you got to understand is that you're free to do whatever you want. Yes, but you need only to face the consequences.
What?
You see, discipline is the real freedom. And beyond that is ownership. Understand that the difference between free and freedom is kingdom. What do I mean by that? King dominion, right? So understand that the difference between being free and having freedom is two different things, right? That number one factor is ownership and the discipline that I was just talking about. Your kingdom, or whatever that you own in this case, which will be your freedom, cannot exist only to that of a particular person or thing. In other words, you have to become that particular person that owns your freedom, right? Not just being free, but actually having the ability to do whatever you want. Number 7, your mental health is not optional. Mental breakdowns in college are real. Some people might say they're not, but they are. And so what you got to understand about them is that every time you feel like your world is coming to an end, it's actually you just experiencing a breakthrough, right? So understand that your breakdowns are needed in order for your breakthroughs. But you still have to check in with yourself, like find somebody to talk to. If you got a therapist, that's good. I know some people don't believe in therapy, so they have like a best friend they talk to, or some people just really talk with God. It's really up to you. But whatever you do, make sure that you meditate and that you journal on a day-to-day basis. Or if you can't do it day-to-day, at least do it week-to-week, right? Where you putting down your thoughts on paper so that you can actually look over what you're doing. And understand, please understand this, right? You cannot pass your classes if you're failing internally. Number 8, ask for help early and often. Stop trying to do it alone. You can't. Trust me. Ask questions, talk to older students, and email your professor. Take it a step further. Get used to going to your professor's office hours like it's free game. You know how Wallow and Gilly got $1 million worth of game? Treat it like that. $1 million worth of game from your professor, though. And always remember this. The dumbest question is the one that you never ask. Number 9, don't chase validation. Choose vision. You'll meet people who look like they got it all figured out. And here's the truth. Nobody does. Don't compare your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 5. Never judge a book by its cover because you never know the ending. Their story is not your story. Just understand, be a leader, not a follower, and choose vision. Don't go and chase clout. It's pointless. Number 10 for the finale. Grades don't equal greatness. I've seen 2.0 students out hustle 4.0 students with no direction. Now, don't get it twisted. Aim for the stars in whatever that you do, but understand this. Your GPA does not measure your game, your growth, or God's plan that He has specifically for you. Your grades don't determine your lifestyle. You do. So now that you know what I wish I knew, the next question is, what should you do before college even starts? In the next video, I'm breaking down what to do the summer before college, what to ask your advisor, and even how to prep your mindset and not just your dorm. If this hit home, trust me, you won't want to miss the next one. And if you made it to the end of this video, I got something special for you. I created an ebook. It's called A 7-Day Journey to Truth, Transformation, and Legacy. It's normally $7, but I'm giving it to you completely free when you sign up with my newsletter on Substack. If you want a full mind reset and you focusing on things that go further than just school, you're thinking about things like clarity, purpose, and even legacy, this is for you. Just tap the link in the description, sign up, and I'll send it straight to your inbox. You were not sent to college just to pass tests. You were sent to transform. Find your why, face your why not, and walk in truth. This is Jatu True, and this is just the beginning.